I'm going to tell you the story about the ongoing saga with the iPhone and the multi-network SIM card. And it gets messy. So, we are KeySIM. We provide businesses with wide area coverage, multi-network SIM cards, okay? So the SIM connects onto Vodafone, O2, EE, and 3. Mostly used to connect machines, CCTV systems. However, there is some organisations for whom the staff are carrying out tasks that are so important, they need to have a multi-network SIM card, mostly as backup. So not a primary SIM, they'll use it as a failover, but they will use it a lot because there's a lot of places that have only got signal from one of the 4 networks. So they pop a KeySIM inside an iPhone or an iPad and everything's amazing. The user is traveling around, they're on, say, Vodafone drops out, it reconnects to EE or O2 or 3, and it continues to do that. And the user hardly ever has any areas where there's no signal. Ofcom say that all 4 networks combined covers like 98% of landmass in England. So it's brilliant. It was brilliant. And then a few months ago, Apple released a new software version. And we started seeing what we thought were unrelated reports of SIM faults across the board, okay? Because we're always the most easy to contact. Everybody blames the SIM for everything all the time. We're used to it. So, we then started a trial with another company, and we could see that the fault was happening, and we could see what we call failed authentication requests. So at our end here, yeah, we can see stuff like that. We can see devices and SIMs trying to connect with us and getting rejected. We call them failed authentication requests. Now, in 99% of circumstances, the reason for that connection failing is what's called a bad access point name. Now, you guys watching probably have never played with your phone's access point name, but all SIMs have got one. So there it is. You click on mobile data network. I don't know if you'll see that very well. And basically you can see access point name settings in there, okay? KeySIMs have got what's called a custom access point name, which is key, K-E-Y. So you need to type the word key into APN, and that will allow the device to connect with us. But this chap showed me his screen. He showed me it said key, and we were still rejecting it, and we just couldn't get to the bottom of it. And other customers, now we were starting to piece together that, hang on, these other issues that are being reported are organisations that are using Apple. There's something not right. And then it became apparent that Apple had made a change and actually stopped transmitting the fields that you could see on the screen, okay? Now, I spoke to somebody who knows somebody in Apple, and I've got no reason to believe this piece of information isn't true, but it is hearsay. I was told that it was done on purpose because too many people were fiddling with settings and then creating support tickets with Apple. So they just completely overrode any changes to the APN setting, ignored it, assumed that it was someone being daft, okay? And then a few weeks later, that all seemed to change and it started partially working again. So customers were saying, it's not so bad now, it's kind of working. So we were like, okay, fine. What are we going to do about this? We then learned that you can kind of hard code an access point name into an Apple phone if you're an Apple developer, which we weren't at the time. So we got ourselves registered with a view to eventually building a custom profile with an APN in. So rather than you put it in on the screen there, it's going to be in a custom profile. And we tested that works, and it does. But it all fell by the wayside because we were told Apple's okay now. And the customers for which it was a massive emergency, and it was a massive emergency for them, we give them little pocket routers. So we sort of like turned the noise down on it. And today I have just come to set somebody else up, and I have no idea what's going on, because this time it is going into session. So it is allowing an internet connection, but the iPhone is insisting on sticking to the absolutely lowest denominator available to it on a mobile network. So it'll never go as high as LTE, okay? So here, the lowest I've got on Vodafone is Edge. And on Vodafone, it'll give me Edge, no LTE. On O2, 3G. We've still got 3G on O2, but no LTE. It won't rise up. That is not consistent with an APN issue. So what would cause it? I have got no idea. We will have to keep looking into it and digging. The next stage for us now is to finish off the custom profile. Get the APN in there correctly, just in case. There is a reason why this happens. And then we will take it from there. But in the meantime, we're copping for the support calls. And when it's new clients, important ones, they don't want to hear all this. They just blame the SIM. Normal SIMs work, yours don't, whatever. It's not the case. The Apple conundrum rumbles on at KeySIM Towers. I'm up all night doing this stuff, guys, all the time. This is the second tech company that I've built. First one did really well. Second one's doing really well. But boy, do you work for it.